The next system, as I was telling you, is urinary system. Urinary system is mainly made up of, organs and other structures combined together, responsible for the excretion of urine. And you are aware that urine is waste from the water we drink and from the food we eat. There are structures that combine to form this urinary system, ranging from our two kidneys. We have kidneys, left and the right kidney. So we have the left kidney, we have the right kidney. And then we also have ureters. And the ureters now are nothing but a pipe. So there are the pipes that collect the urine formed by the kidney. It is the two kidneys that form the urine. And so after the urine is being formed by each of these two kidneys, the urine is being passed through this tube. And this tube is called the ureter. So we have two ureters from each of these two kidneys. So the ureter is expanded from its own beginning. Once it comes out of the kidney, as from its own beginning, it is funnel shaped. And then it descends down and becomes cylindrical in nature. It passes through the abdomen, comes down into the pelvis before it finally enters into the urinary bladder. So the ureter is nothing but a pipe that brings out or collects the urine from the kidney, and then it transports that urine into the urinary bladder. So bladder is just like a tank, a reservoir of the urine that has been formed by the two kidneys. And the ureter is nothing but a pipe, just like our water pipe. You get it? And so when somebody now feels like urinating, the bladder will contract and the urine will get out of the urethra. The urethra is just another tube that brings out the urine from the bladder outside. So the urethra now, is either in the penis, in male, or just in the anterior wall of the vagina with regard to the females. So now we have seen the components that form the urinary system. So we take each of these one by one and see it. We see it is on histology. You see, there is what you call basic structural and functional unit of an organ. The basic structural and functional unit of a kidney is what you call a nephron. So this is what? This is a nephron. So nephron is the structural and functional unit of a kidney or urinary system generally. So this nephron is, the one that we will discuss more than any other part of, because it is made up of several components. So, but before then, if we now take each of these kidney has millions of these nephrons inside it. So we have millions of these nephrons in a single, kidney. So if one kidney fails, that means if one kidney stops working, the other kidney can compensate and continue working. But if the two kidneys fail, they stop functioning, that will be the end. Unless if someone now goes for what we call kidney transplantation. So the kidney can be transplanted, you can get it from somebody, either your brother or your sister or your daughter or whatever, can donate a kidney for you if the two kidneys fail. So if you now take a single kidney and you make a coronal section of that kidney, you cut it up like that. This is what you are going to see in each of the kidney. So if you now look at a kidney, it looks like a bean. Wake dausa. So this kidney, it has a convex surface that is placed laterally within the abdomen. It has a concave area which is facing towards the middle of the body. So, in the middle line now we have our abdominal aorta and inferior vena cava. So this concave area of the kidney faces these, great vessels, the abdominal aorta and inferior vena cava. So this is the medial side of the kidney, and this is the lateral side of the kidney. And you see each of these kidney is being encapsulated by a fibrous capsule made up of collagen fibers and some few elastic fibers. So when you now go deeply into the histological form of a kidney, you will see that each kidney is made up of two distinct areas. The outermost area, what is known as the cortex of the kidney, and the innermost area, which is known as the medulla of the kidney. So the cortex of the kidney is made up of, the part of the nephrons, because the whole of this medulla and the cortex of the kidney consist these nephrons plus the neurovascular bundles, arteries and veins, and some nerve fibers along the vessels. So here in the cortex, you have more of this, portion of the nephron. So everything above here, that means this portion, this, and this, they are all found within the cortex. The remaining aspect here, plus the collecting duct that extend down, they are all found within the medulla portion of the kidney. We will see what are the components of this cortex when I discuss the structure of a nephron. So now, if you now look at the ureter, as I told you, it has an expanded beginning. It is funnel shaped, and the ureter comes out from this space in the kidney. This space here is what we call renal pelvis. You get it? So this renal pelvis here, or the renal sinus is the space there, and the renal pelvis is the expanded end of the ureter there. So the renal pelvis is the expanded end of the ureter, which is found in the space within the renal sinus. This renal sinus is the space. So now the renal pelvis now, it has some branches coming from the medulla of the kidney. These branches are larger in nature, what we call major calyces, singular major calyx. So the major calyces, there are branches, of this, part of the renal pelvis, which are larger, and then there are smaller ones, what we call minor calyces. So the minor calyces now, they are small tubules. They are small tubules that collect urine from the kidney after it has been formed, and so the urine passes through the minor calyces. It then enters into the major calyces. From the major calyces, it now enters into the renal pelvis, and from there the urine now gravitates down into the descending part of the ureter before it finally gets into the urinary bladder. So in each of these minor calyces, you will see that in the medulla oblongata, medulla of the kidney, or medulla oblongata is in the brain. So the medulla of the kidney, in the medulla of the kidney, you will see that it is made up of these pyramidally shaped structures. These pyramids, medullary, what we call medullary pyramids, they are, pyramidal in shape. It is the apex of all of this, each of these pyramid that communicate with these minor calyces. And in each of these pyramid, it contains nothing but this loop of the Henle, loop of Henle, as well as the collecting ducts. And that is why you see them, like there are, rays in there, what we call medullary rays, within each of these pyramids. And so each of these pyramid is being surrounded by some portion of this cortex. So if you now take one pyramid, you see that it is being surrounded by some portion of this cortex around, and so each of this is known as what we call kidney lobule. Kidney what? Kidney lobule. And so this lobule is very much prominent in an infant kidney. Kidney of an infant, when you, if you were to cut open the abdomen of an infant or of a fetus, you will see that the kidney is lobulated. These lobules contains nothing but this pyramid and some portion of the cortex around. And so, but in adult, the lobulation disappears. And that is why you will see the whole of this kidney, the whole of adult kidney is smooth, convex surface on its lateral surface and concave surface from its medial surface, where the ureter enters and neurovascular bundles enter or get out of it. So we have renal artery going in, we have renal vein getting out, we have urinary, we have ureter also getting out of the kidney. So now we've seen the histology of a kidney. So the next one is histology of the structural and functional unit of that kidney, and that is what I said is known as, nephron. So let me just break here. Then